Okay, hold on a second, guys. We're coming in. Just been a little bit of chaos here. I disappointed everybody here by listing all of my open Google tabs for Chrome.
There's probably several other ones that he hasn't mentioned. Let's be real.
I mentioned all of them. Why would you be like that, man? Why would you be like that? Because it's Henley. You have a suspicious mind, sir. And
I didn't tell you about my incognito window.
Why? I don't need an incognito window.
If I want to look at anime JPEGs,
motherfucker, my search bar is clean.
My search bar is clean, but my Google Drive is nasty.
What happened to What happened to James? There we go. You've become uncentered, sir.
Okay.
I'm trying to reverse the process. I don't know. There we go. James is back. He's mostly centered. This is Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader Strings of Fate, Season 3, Episode 26, The Reaving. 2 things you should know about me. 1, I got a haircut. I was feeling a little shaggy, feeling a little long-haired, so I went ahead and did it. Number 2 is that I got my grill working again 3 or 4 days ago, and I've just been grilling all the time now.
You could say you're a gorilla in?
No, I wouldn't say that at all.
It's been a while.
Coffee sip. Oh my god, the coffee sip.
Dave Traeger will be up next. He's going to be here to talk about what tabs he has open and all the things he has open on his income. Oh, I've just been informed by Twitch staff we can't hear about what Dave has open on his computer.
It's not as bad as you think. It's
and
mostly
what he has
just
open in his incognito may in fact be a sin. Like a venial sin.
Wait,
hey James,
you honestly
that
think
sub,
I need
by the
it?
way, 43 months. That's huge.
You've been streaming for 43 months. Oh my god.
What? I've been streaming for. Wait, why would you
That
even
was a
say
joke.
that?
It was a joke. God damn it. Come on.
I've been streaming longer than you, but we've both been streaming for way longer than 48 months.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll give you the stream award because I quit.
I also quit, Henley. I retired from being a Twitch streamer with any level of success months ago. Now I just make what I want. What I want is Battle Brothers, Jagged Alliance. The only 2 series I like. It's also the only 2 series my audience likes anymore.
I watched it all.
Did you? But did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
All right, well, there's 9 episodes of Jagged Alliance that have been pre-made. I haven't done any more yet, but...
Arthur, what does it say about your fan base if it's a game that was released 20-odd years ago?
That my fan base is 99% male over the age of 35, 50%.
Mm-hmm. You need to slice up into that VTuber audience.
I command an audience of geriatric millennials and Gen Xers. Okay,
Wait,
I need you to understand.
Can you use generic geriatric and millennials in the same sentence nowadays?
Yes, geriatric millennials refer to millennials that were born in the first 5 years of the millennial phase.
I need to know if I'm.
They're millennials that were born before the invention of the internet.
Is that true? Are millennials in there?
I don't know, motherfucker. Why don't you Google it? Of course it's true. Do your intro. And you know what? You're looking things up. Pondo, do your fucking intro.
Hi, I'm Pondo the Mat. I haven't really accomplished a whole lot. Currently, I'm in the process of waiting for a soldering kit so that way I can work on the gaming keypad that I want to make that I've been printing out as of late because I'm tired of using mouse and keyboard for first-person shooters and whatnot.
I'm sorry, Pondo. If you log on to 5 Minute Crafts, you can find some really unsafe way of making a home soldering kit, like how to pulling apart your microwave.
No, that stuff hurts my brain.
What the fuck?
What's more expensive, a microwave or a soldering kit?
A microwave.
Yeah.
Easily.
That
You're gonna
stuff
burn
is-
your fucking house down.
That stuff is like the half the enjoyment of watching it is like, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing? What are you making? There's so much.
My favorite ones are the
Okay,
cement
you
ones.
made a wrench when you could have just got a wrench for that purpose and not use a $400 welding kit to make it. Okay.
It's not a 5-minute craft unless they include cement somehow. So let's be real.
No, a 5-minute craft involves things that you would have to shell out like a whole bunch of money for just to be able to make.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like cheap DIY stuff. And I'm like, that's not cheap, dude. I don't have a welding kit.
And rarely can you do it in 5 minutes.
You can if you speed up the
It's like
video.
There you go. Just play it at 3 times speed.
It's like this whole segment is 6 minutes long. I know they're cutting a whole lot here.
I just learned that Arthur Perkins thinks the internet was made in 1980.
What?
That's when the millennial age range starts in the 1980s.
No. Well, yeah, but there
Yes,
were
and
millennials born
geriatric
before the internet.
millennials are people who were born before the invention of the internet.
When do you think the internet was made?
1986-ish. Look, this is a complicated question that starts with ARPA. All right.
Well, I see some accounts where it's 1983, some 1986.
Huh. Because I remember the internet being everywhere when I was a kid. So it was like,
How old are you, Dave?
I am 33.
Okay, so you're a geriatric millennial.
Fuck you. God damn.
You understand that when you were born and when your first memories are there is a distance between those. Also saying the internet was everywhere. AOL was everywhere. The internet was not everywhere. Not yet.
I was bumfuck nowhere Australia and we had internet when I was a kid, okay?
It's incredible what they had to do to get you guys internet. Sheesh. Oh, I had to do
look
an
at that.
act
There's a
of
cloud
fucking
in the
God.
sky.
Yeah, there's a cloud in the sky. Internet
No internet.
plummeted.
Oh, Tony's using his barbecue 25 kilometers down the road. I don't have internet anymore.
I finished high school before I got internet.
Wow. Listen,
You know what was more important to me, though? I remember the exact moment I went from VHS to DVD, and it blew my fucking mind. It literally blew my mind because we were renting VHSs, and I remember it was the first movie I saw was The Matrix on DVD. Very first one.
wow. What a great choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I used my high school library to access news groups to download my hentai back then.
BBS hentai. Wow,
You got
James
him
really
with the spit
fucking
take.
swinging
You got
here.
him with the spit take.
Holy
Oh man!
I can just imagine you're like hovered over the screen like this so no one can fucking see what you were
He's
downloading.
just got like 2 books lifted up, like open, like blocking.
And back then, you know, it loaded so slowly, the image loaded like this in low
Okay.
res, and then it had to fully load and then
James, this is a serious question. Do you remember those fly screens you could put on front of a CRT monitor to make it so that
Yeah,
you
yeah, the
didn't
diffusers,
get us-
yeah, diffusers, exactly, yeah.
Oh.
So you had to be right the direct angle to it, or you couldn't. Yeah.
Lawson just
I
suddenly
just
showing up
imagine
out of
you
nowhere.
having
Summoned.
your own fuser.
You don't remember the like election box type thing where you would put like a hood over the computer and yourself, and it would just be you with the box in your face?
I remember using those for like
God.
my brothers playing multiplayer games on the TV where you had to like, split the screen.
Got to do a LAN party, split it 4 ways so nobody cheats at Mario Kart.
Hey, you're screen peeking, motherfucker. You didn't know where I was.
That's the classic GoldenEye friendship killer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad on
That
Halo
and
too,
playing
but-
his odd job.
If you couldn't play Oddjob, unless you were the
Spoon,
little brother.
what the hell, man? You know exactly what I meant by that.
Yeah, I know, but the box in your face.
You want to
is,
quote me, but not James, talking about loading hentai off of a bulletin board system?
Yeah, because
News
it's
group?
innuendo.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right. Got anything else going on, Pondo? We've derivated far.
Yeah,
Not at the moment. No, that's.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to monetize this episode. What a loss.
Oh, that $1.25 is really gonna hurt.
Like 25, maybe in like 10 years.
And this is why AP is retired.
Yeah.
Because he works with fucking amateurs.
Yeah.
You say that, James, but I still make fucking mad dosh off of Night City. And that thing was like a train wreck.
Not here. Yes, Night City was a train wreck.
Yeah, look, I made $6.91 US out of my Dark Heresy campaign on YouTube that never finished.
How the fuck? I made thousands of dollars off of mine. How the fuck do you guys make so little?
I make less than $35 a month off of my YouTube
So
ads.
I didn't monetize it for ages, Henley, because I was really, really worried about if I tried to monetize it, the Games Workshop would come and cut, and shut me down. Especially because I was podcasting, and didn't want to lose the podcast. So. Anytime someone said I'll donate to your podcast, so you can grab it, I'm like, no, I don't want to take any money for this. It's not mine because I don't want to get slapped with a cease and desist.
3 top money makers for me was Cyberpunk, followed by Vampire the Masquerade, followed by Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. And my Rogue Trader game, like if Games Workshop saw it, they'd be like, oh, okay, it doesn't matter.
Dave, I'll never forget. Maybe it was like 6 or 7 episodes into your show. So at the beginning of the show, you told me I had to go do a gun buy. And you also told me one of my coworkers had insulted me. So I dropped the idea of the gun buy. We went to his house. We killed him and his entire family.
I just remember chipping its wolf.
Everyone had forgotten what we were supposed to do. So I just went around and just started doing stuff. And at some point, Dave was like, the CEO sits you down and says, where are those guns at? And I was like, what? What did you say?
What guns?
He was like, I sent you to buy guns. Where are the guns at?
I created an
I was like,
entire.
I'm so sorry. Brett was talking shit about me, so I had to kill him.
I created an entire gang that was like super detailed called the Midnight Animals, and Arthur's just like, no.
This guy Brad's talking shit.
To be fair though, that was a major first
After that
episode
moment, I
because
got back on the rails for a while, but then the rest of the crew was like, how can we fuck the story over constantly?
it was fine though because I just remember Chip and I spent like several hours building him a cybernetic wolf.
That guy
It was a cybernetic
The
wolf.
cyber wolf, it died in the first round of combat.
It died in the first round.
It got headshot by a rifle from like a police officer. It just fucking died instantly.
So Henley, if you get a chance in your incredibly busy life, check out last week's stream that we did without you, the one shot, because my friend Chris, who's a friend of the channel too, watched it, and the moment I said it was a noir setting, everyone just leaned in so fucking hard. Like, Chris was just saying, like, he's back, guys, he's back on the whole, now listen here, see? But you can also watch Arthur rail against the horror trope too. It's hilarious.
Well, you remember how Arthur said he makes decisions and then sticks with them? That was this game. If he went, no, we're not doing this. We're getting out of here.
You see a demon in the corner of your eye. I run at the demon.
I jump off the roof.
I jump out through it.
I come back up.
All right.
James, my intention is to jump off the roof. Again. Listen, the best part about that game was James going, it's an antenna. And I'm like, oh? He's like, it's a Yagi antenna. And I was like, a Yagi antenna? And that's an antenna I know. An antenna that is traditionally incredibly thin and very easy to break. And I was like, all right, let's just push it over. And James is like, I don't know. It's like the size of a fucking foundation pillar. And I'm like, oh my God.
And then we pushed it over.
Yeah, well, you pushed it over. The rest of us were busy dying.
You did most of the work. I finished it off. Yeah.
Oh man.
I fired my gun once that entire game at an actual target. The rest of the time, I just used the firing as a distraction.
Or to shoot televisions.
Yeah, or to shoot televisions or cameras.
That's a legitimate reason to shoot. You know, you just take out cameras. That's all there is to it. Listen, we're cops. Taking out cameras is what we do.
Film is our weak point.
We lose a lot of our superpowers. Oh my god, I've been laughing so much. My abs fucking hurt. I think I strayed something. All right, Dave, do your intro.
Hey, yeah, so you might have noticed that my background is different. It's because I have since purchased and moved into a new house.
I thought you were going to say you were green screening.
Yes, I'm actually still in my old house. I'm just pretending. My new house has absolutely nothing in it. No doors. I have half a functioning bathroom, and I built all the floors myself. So sometimes when you step on the floor, you're like, huh, that doesn't feel right. And I have no one to blame but myself for that. So that's always fun.
This is one of the things I love about streaming in the COVID era is the fact that historically when you had like digital backgrounds on Zoom, it was like beaches or famous landmarks now. And now people just have pictures of like a clean house because everyone knows I'm at home, but they don't want to see the shit I live in. So I've just got a background which looks like a designer home.
Or
like
at the beginning of COVID, where people were using Zoom's animated background function to show themselves delivering themselves coffee. Holy shit.
And in other news, I got COVID. Like, super hard. And that's what, yes. And that's why last week I couldn't play, because I was COVIDed up to my neck. I had one day where I was just like, wham, get the fuck out of here, right? And then after that, I was fine.
And you haven't got a long cough. I haven't heard much coughing from you, so you haven't got that whole sort of. Because I had the COVID cough for like a month after it, but I didn't have any.
No, I still cough. I'm just good at holding it in.
Okay.
My wife
quote
did not
that
fare
one,
so,
Spoon. Quote that one.
My wife did not fare so good though. She got COVID and it like hit her like a fucking freight train. My baby got COVID, which was a very interesting experience. She bounced back pretty quickly though, which is good. It was basically like a day of like really uncomfortable baby stuff, right? But yeah, I mean, in other news, I released an Unreal 5 game. Well, an older game that we updated to Unreal 5, and we went from making no money to making like $10,000 a month, which is really good. Because we don't need a lot to run this company, and it turns out it's that exact amount every month. So when you're breaking even off one product every single month, it's like, yeah, that feels good. God, I can't remember the last time we played this game. I was in a completely different space in my entire life last time. I've seen shit now, you know, like.
You're a little older, you're a little wiser.
Yeah, we also had a funeral. Joe's father passed away, and it's like, I don't know if you've ever been to a funeral in a different language, but it was like, Jesus, you know. God, what else? Yeah, I don't know. So much just dumb shit having happened in the last couple of weeks. Just like, yeah. Has it been like a month? It must have been at least a month.
It's been over a month. It was July, I think 22 was the last. No, June 22, I think was the last upload. I was looking at this morning.
June? So that means it's been 2 months.
Well, it's like, it's, yeah.
Yeah, end of June, but yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's almost the end of August.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. Like, I can't even remember what we were doing, to be completely honest with you.
I believe we had just
escaping prison.
Yeah, the Nexus of Shadows.
It was a hard
We're
episode.
still there? Oh my god. This is like loading up a save in an RPG and just being like, what the fuck? Who are these people?
What was I doing again?
Cynthia
This
and
journal
voice.
entry is not helping at all.
But I don't know. I mean, shit's going pretty good, I guess. And I have to build a staircase pretty soon. It's going to be interesting. Have to build doors. Now, this is a problem for you Americans.
Do they not have them just pre-hung over there?
So we have cement from the second floor, from the first floor to the second floor. But for the second floor to the third floor, we need to have floating stairs because there's no cement, right? So.
I was asking about the doors, but sure.
Oh,
I
we
used to
do,
sell
but
doors.
we do, but it's like, I don't know. The guy made some changes to like the house. So there's like some weird shit that I've had to fix. Like I had to move a light fixture. I had to move, like he made like the kitchen like 4 centimeters lower than it should be. And it's like, you feel it. You feel the difference in 4 centimeters. It's so weird. And, I showed some photos of this happening, but our bathrooms were like pitch black. Like the guy was just like, oh yeah, black. I was like, why?
Like painted?
No, they were tiles.
Oh, okay.
Everything was black. And I'm like, oh my God. Like you turn on a light and the light would just disappear in this room. So I had to paint bathroom tile white from black, which took like 7 fucking coats of paint in order to make that work.
Did you?
But
Prime
no, you can't prime tile.
Yeah, you can. You can't. Yeah.
So, one of the problems that I'm having is like, so in America, your houses are literally built out of sticks, right?
No.
And cardboard.
A
Yeah.
little thicker sticks.
Yeah, but it's still wood and cardboard, right? Basically.
Sort of, yeah.
I think
Over
it
here,
really depends on where you live.
Yeah.
Everything
that's
here-
also true.
Everything here in Poland is literally made out of like cinder block and cement. Like every wall is cement. Everything just completely solid.
You guys use plaster?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, they don't
So,
use
like-
plaster.
Every wall in your house is cement. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
Wild to me.
one of the
Makes it
problems
run
that
cable.
yeah, exactly the problem. So the problem that I have is that I can't run cables. So what they do is they put in the cables, they staple them to the wall, and then they mortar the fucking cables into the wall. Right? So I have one Ethernet cable going from where my fiber connects into the master bedroom for whatever reason. So now I have to have my office in the master bedroom because that's where the cable fucking terminates, and I have a home server, right?
And you
So
can't- yeah. And you
So-
can't even do any Wi-Fi or anything because the concrete wall.
Yeah, because you have concrete walls.
exactly,
So, yeah,
right? So
you're not getting a Wi-Fi signal through that.
So not only if I wanted to do that, I would literally have to trench a cable hole in cement and then plaster over it, right?
You would need like a hammer drill with a concrete bit to get it through. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? You have to trench entire walls just to run cable.
Yeah. I'm listening to your conundrum, and it sounds just awful.
Sticks and cardboard ain't sounding so bad now, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
I see the outside, like the exterior walls being
walls, sure.
concrete. Everything
No, it's-
inside should just be sticks
everything's-
and cardboard.
Framing and drywall, right?
Yeah.
So imagine I have it like my third floor is attic, right? And one of the things I want to do is I want to section off a portion for storage. And if I wanted to like make the attic, because the stairs go up and it's just like open attic, right? What I wanted to do was build like a proxy wall there with a door where the stairs terminate upstairs, so I can have like another office or something up there, or like a master bedroom or something. And when I was talking to a contractor about it, they're just like, no, we don't build walls out of wood. So you would have to literally like, mortar in a wall if you wanted it upstairs. And I'm like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So, yeah, good times. When this isn't going to be the final house that I purchase, right? My friend has also purchased a house in like the skeleton state, and he's seen all the problems that I've had. He's like, can you come over and just network my house before I do anything? I'm like, yes, please let me do this, because I need to like test all of these things.
Let me test my theories out on your house and see if it works before I do it to mine.
They actually have a saying here in Poland: you need to build 3 houses, right? You need to build one for your friend, you need to build one for yourself, and then you need to build your dream home, right? Because if you do it in the opposite order, you're gonna fuck up your dream home. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. It's nice to not pay rent, though. Let me just say that. Yeah. Anyway, that's me. Sorry it took so long, Arthur.
We're going to get through these intros in less than 50 minutes at this rate. Henley, what do you think is...
I think you just jinxed this.
Well, Spoon, you got 20 minutes to kill.
All right. So here's my 40-minute intro. No, just kidding.
So there's this battle called Tuki, right? Let's talk about the setup.
Well, first of all, we have to go back to 25. No.
So let's talk about whatever recent Marvel or Disney thing has happened recently.
Speaking of, I did actually watch the first episode of She-Hulk today. I did as well. I thought it was pretty good.
How's the CGI though? Is it like
I thought it was fine. Like I thought
not as egregious as it was in the first trailer. I gotta say.
Yeah, I think it looks like it does in the movies, basically.
Disney probably figured out, oh yeah, we need to throw them more money instead of try to cheap them out of it.
I mean, Marvel has very publicly been having trouble with their effects artists because they don't pay them for shit and have them working project after project with no breaks.
See, I also heard that, because I have this problem in the industry that I work in, and that 3D models of females in particular, you can't put a lot of detail in the faces, because if you want an attractive female, right, they don't generally have wrinkles or like paws or like crow's feet or anything like that, right? So when you look at Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, there is tons of like skin creases and all that sort of shit in his face, because it's like, it's a man. Mm-hmm. But with the female version, it's probably the biggest problem they have is that making it look smooth makes it look fake. Like it hits that uncanny valley, right? So
another thing
Hideo
is
Kojima talked about this a while ago. I think between the release of Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, he said some bullshit like, it's easy to make a big titty hot waifu. It's a lot harder to make an graying old man with wrinkles who smokes. I think he was trying to play up Old Snake, but
I think the CGI they did it was great. I thought it was, I'm not an expert by any means, but I thought it was really good.
I do like the fact they're leaning into the fact the character breaks the fourth wall.
Yes, that was very cool.
Yeah, and I quite like like the whole break the fourth wall, and some of the other characters like, who are you talking to? Like,
yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Wait, does she literally say, "Yep, that's me"? I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Kind of.
Pretty much. That's pretty much.
That's basically the premise of the first episode. Yeah, it's like
I'm here. Let me tell you how I got to this point.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of credits being thrown on the episode just for a single scene where she explains why she always has to manage her anger. And it's I think you got a female writer, female director. A lot of credibility is being thrown at the show right now, which is good.
I don't know, man. Twitter has said that it's awful and terrible.
Yeah, Twitter's awful and terrible, though.
I don't know if you've ever been to Twitter, Arthur.
I have.
It's literally a hellscape.
Yeah. Look, if you ignore everything and just shout into a void, Twitter is great.
I've seen some arguments where they don't like her being the fourth wall break because they're getting ready to try to introduce Deadpool into the MCU, right? And that's usually his stick.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
in
mean-
actuality, like in the comic book, She-Hulk was the first Marvel character to break the fourth wall prior to Deadpool.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah.
That's the same reason that Moon Knight doesn't appear in her intro sequences, because famously Moon Knight doesn't like law enforcement or lawyers, and would always leave the room whenever they were doing a team up. It's canon. Yeah, I mean, Chad is making a point here. I don't know, man. It's real rough for me because the Hulk, maybe not the Hulk, Bruce Banner has gotten the shittiest end of all of the Avengers. Like, he constantly is getting dunked on by everyone around him. I get where they're coming from, because I've seen stills from that scene where they're like, yeah, you know, I have to put up with being catcalled every day. That dude was being hunted for years, living in a shack in the middle of India, I think. He was not happy. Then the Black Widow shows up and is like, hey, I'm just here to talk. There's no one else here with me. I'm unarmed. She was armed, and there were tons of people with guns. Everyone lies to him constantly. No one wants Bruce Banner. They're always lying when they say they want Bruce Banner. That's the plot of every Hulk theme, is that everyone's like, we need Bruce. But actually what they want is the Hulk. He doesn't like the Hulk. He hates the Hulk. Everybody else hates the Hulk.
Well, so
They're like, oh, our problem is the same. I'm like, no, this guy almost died like 5 times. He literally went through time and space and spent thousands of years on a planet in the middle of nowhere, just going, man, I miss my girlfriend who betrayed
one thing
me.
that this show hints at is a relationship between between Bruce and Tony Stark that didn't happen on camera.
Okay.
That you know like just obviously the friendship that I'd like to know more about. I'd like to see more of that sort of flashback. Obviously they won't do it because
Maybe.
they're not going to get Robert Downey Jr. involved.
Let me tell you this.
But yeah.
I hate Shuri from Black Panther, and her introduction to the rest of the Avengers was to go, oh, Bruce Banner, a guy who works with gamma radiation, how come you didn't figure out how to make an AI correctly? And I'm just like, he's Bruce Banner. He works with radiation. You think he knows how to make a fucking AI? Oh, I'm sorry that in a weekend, while he was trying to save the goddamn Earth, he didn't perfectly make the AI the way Shuri did. Woo! Shuri, she's so smart. Dunking on Bruce Banner yet again. Bruce is the guy.
She also dunked on Tony Stark in that
yes,
scene too.
but Tony Stark is the guy who's built to be dunked on, and then at the end of the movie, he's like, actually, I'm the one dunking on all of you because I'm on the moral high ground. Boom! And that explodes. Bruce doesn't get in that explosion. Bruce gets banished to the end of the universe.
Plus, she said, "What are those?" And like, it's like, you know.
Yes, I remember 2012.
Oh man,
I don't know. Listen, I've always felt that the Hulk got dunked on a lot. It was really nice to see him during the pair of the Endgame movies where he had like come to peace with himself. But still, everyone was like, man, we need the Hulk to solve this problem, not Bruce Banner. I was like, girl, stop shitting on Bruce.
The best
Mark
Bruce Banner
Ruffalo's a
scene.
good guy.
The best Hulk scene is when they go back in time and he has to pretend to be like angry and he's like embarrassed about it.
So I think basically, at least this is my opinion. What they've set up with the dunking on Hulk in this first episode is that it's going to come back and he's going to be right because he becomes a superhero. Because he's basically his whole stick is like, you can't run away from being a Hulk.
And I guess for me, to Gunny Ken's comments in chat, I agree to the point that I don't want that to become the male teardown. I don't want that to be the theme of the show. Okay, they've touched on it in episode 1. They've given that this is the reason why she does this. And I'm fine with that. I like the scene myself personally. If it becomes the repeated theme of every single show, it's going to feel tired. Even and I get the fact that it is something that women in real life go through every single day as well. But we're obviously here for fantasy and fun too. So it's a superhero show.
But hey, man, Dungeons and Dragons doesn't have races anymore, so you know.
Still does for now, Dave. Calm down.
They're
working on it though.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, we'll talk one D&D before you joined the group this morning.
Jesus, one D&D.
That really will.
Can't
be
wait for the
next,
VTT
40-minute intro. Yeah.
Third time for fucking Wizards of the Coast doing their own VTT and then failing immediately. Oh my god. I remember the Pathfinder one. I'm pretty sure it was just a scheme for embezzling.
Well, to be fair, Pathfinder is not Wizards of the Coast.
Yes, but I'm talking about institutions making their own private VTTs and then it immediately failing after being a sinkhole of money.
But this is not. This is like every company that sees someone do their products better decides, well, we're gonna go and do that. We're gonna stop them from doing it. You know.
What was the comic that got posted?
Oh, the one about there's 14 competing standards. That's ridiculous. We need one standard which just brings them all together. Next, there are now 15 competing standards.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes, IEEE has that happen all the time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about a little something called Firewire and then Lightning.
Hey man, did you know that USB-C is not standard within USB-C?
Remember how USB, Universal Serial Bus, is going to be just like, that was it. That's one plug for everything. And now how many USB standards are there?
No. It's not USB standards. How many standards within USB-C are there? Tons.
Yeah.
Like you
On the
have
other
USB-C.
hand, though, USB is solidly backwards compatible. It does have that. At least give it some credit.
Yeah.
We're not attaching everything via SATA cables, okay?
One day they were like, we're beyond editions. We don't think in terms of editions anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, wait until they get to...
Your audience definitely still does, so good luck.
So,
I remember D&D next, okay? It's not the playtests are not going to go well.
Remember when D&D 3.5 was a thing and everyone was just like, okay, what splat books do you actually allow in your game?
Oh, you allow the psychic ones? I play a psychic for sure.
Yeah.
That's how Pathfinder works, man, is which splat books do you allow? Because there's fucking hundreds of them.
I'm a rat folk, psychic, architect, grenade smith.
You're describing a Pathfinder character right now.
Yeah.
That's a Pathfinder 2nd edition character for sure. You got anything else, Spoon? Now that you've dragged us out like another 10 minutes.
No, I'm happy with that. I'm good with that.
All right.
The damage has been done.
Grimdark James. I just want to remind you that you and Pondo owe me one interview next week.
I know.
I don't want anyone to And don't forget, first off, we need to solidify our interview questions. I've got some brewing around, but you guys are the ones that actually paint minis, so I'm hoping that you'll have a bit more than me. Number 2, we do have to release the projects we've been working on after that.
Yeah, no, I was going to actually just refer. We're talking about the D&D Next thing, where when 4th Ed was coming out and they spruiked the whole thing around doing a VTT. I remember one of the videos that caught me was the fact you could actually build like miniatures, like virtual miniatures out of like parts, for your characters, and that obviously never made it to fruition. But things like Hero Forge have done that well now. Like you can actually build a pretty substantial miniature. Even for virtual use, if you don't want to print it, you can still buy like the STL or import it into Tabletop Simulator. I just worry,
you skipped the whole step that you made me do, where you take it to like Boomer or Blender or something,
Blender,
and you turn it into.
They've cut it out now. They actually have a direct TTS import now.
Well, shit! I got to remove several of my questions.
Yeah, because the problem with the STL export was you couldn't use the coloration. So you can color the miniatures now on Hero Forge, but if you export to Blender, it's just a mesh. So all you get to white figure in TTS. But now they export to Tabletop Simulator directly, including in color.
What science?
But what I'm getting at is I don't want to see something like Wizards come and go, well, fuck that. We need to get rid of Hero Forge. No, nothing on Hero Forge is proprietary to D&D, obviously, but try and drive that sort of thing and do it worse in their thing and make it so only you have to use their thing, which has less options.
That's already how it works. You have to use their thing, and all of the monsters will be animated in their way. Like you won't be able to add additional stuff, supposedly.
Yeah. My main concern with D&D 1 or 1 D&D is that they include support for all the weird homebrew creations that are currently on D&D Beyond. Like my favorite, the garlic bread domain cleric. So
That sounds good. Arthur, I actually have something that might extend the intro a little bit, if you don't mind me saying so.
Oh, please, go ahead. Why not?
Did you know that they're selling Lord of the Rings books with the Rings of Power cover?
Are they really?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you've extended it out 20 seconds.
That's not even the right story.
I mean, but it lets them get another edition out, which lets them print it, and then they get money off it. Listen.
No. It's not a cover. It's a piece of paper that sits over the top of the cover of the Lord of the Rings.
It's a dust cover.
It's a dust cover jacket.
It's just a way to make additional money while printing stuff.
Yeah, to resell it.
Sometimes I'm
Somebody
very
is getting
surprised
paid as a
about.
result of this scheme.
Sometimes I'm very surprised about what triggers Arthur Perkins and what doesn't trigger Arthur Perkins. So I thought I'd take
what
a stab
doesn't
in the
trigger
dark
me?
there.
The fact that it's pumpkin spice season, baby. It's back. James, you had an intro you were doing. Let's get back to that.
So my only other news. So actually, everything's emailed happened to me yesterday. So yesterday, I played 40K for the first time in ages with my regular group. I've been playing a bit in stores, that sort of thing recently, but I actually got together back with my regular friends. Had a game, my first time playing my Eldar since the new book came out, against my mate who was playing first time with his Emperor's Children since the new book came out. And I'd like to say it was a close game, but I won 53-0. And it's one of those games where I felt like an asshole because I could tell my opponent wasn't having fun. And it was, it was a combination of just he rolled badly plus Eldar shenanigans, so I think he felt like I felt when I played against his Tyranids, because Tyranids are right now the top of the meta.
Were you dabbing on him while you were doing it?
I was apologizing every time I rolled,
Just because you apologize while dabbing doesn't make it any better. Sorry.
In fact, it might even make it worse.
Oh, that's a nice little Hellbrute you got there. Oh, sorry, it's gone now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it was the first turn destruction of his Mauler Fiend that really sort of set the tone for the game. So and just brought down by small arms fire. So
you monster.
Exactly, but then also last night I ran Pendragon, and I can now say the last starting character has now died.
Oh man!
And it was really it was actually what was funny was in the very first battle that group played in their very first session is the only time they'd ever managed to push to the enemy camp, using the Book of Battle rules where you advance through the ranks of the enemy. Because there's all these benefits if you get to any camp. You get extra loot, you get extra glory, and they did that in the very first battle. And it was in the battle last night was the next time they did that, and that character for that first session died when they reached the enemy camp. They just fought an opponent who critted them and did 54 damage, and they were down to -5 health.
Was it
and
Lancelot?
You can survive. You can survive -5 provided the Churgeon rolls a crit on their because they'll then heal 2d3 hit points. They had to crit and then roll 2d3, but no, he died of his wounds. So it was poetic. It was poetic, and we let the character have a final soliloquy, final statement at the end. So it was a bittersweet moment, to lose that last character. But the other two characters from the initial part died of old age, or they stat lost out. This guy was 57 and still
kicking, huh?
I'm gonna get Lachlan McDougal like that, bro. I'm gonna snatch him up.
So that was so we're all new characters now. So that's good. We'll keep going. So
that's a big.
It made us realize we're 37 sessions in to the game as well. It's surprising it's gone that far.
Probably gave his kid a fuck ton of glory to inherit then.
Yeah, I think he had 12,000 glory at the point he died. So yeah.
What do you get? 10%?
Yeah, so 12,000.
Starting with 1,200 is a pretty good deal.
That's really good.
And then you
Especially
get
since-
knighted, so you get an extra
Yeah, you get
1,000
a-
on
yeah.
top of that.
Yeah, plus the fact he'd already negotiated the marriage for that child that was like a big glory gain too. From
So
like a
he's
really
looking
rich,
at like 3.5.
This dude's like
This guy
he's-
starts and he's already he's like, I'm 16 years old. I'm a more well-known knight than 90% of knights.
Yeah. Oh man.
yeah.
Good luck
That's what I
role playing
do.
all the daddy issues you have.
Yeah. Good luck outdoing your father, kid.
Yeah, my dad owned an emerald mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's been my game. That's been a lot of work. I had a work convention, like a work expo this week. So I spent 4 days, 18 hours awake, 12 hours on my feet the whole time. So I'm glad to just spend this weekend gaming. And what's even better is my family. My wife said, "Oh, we're going to go see my parents today." So my wife has taken the kids and gone 2 hours north of Sydney. I won't see them until this afternoon. So I got the house. I think one of them stayed behind my Xbox. So it's just me, one child, and the dog, and some gaming.
Wow, that's such a me move.
What?
Everybody else goes on
Xbox.
vacation, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll stay on the PlayStation. You guys go. I'll be good. I know how to use the microwave.
Yeah, that's my 11-year-old son, definitely, 100%. It's like, hey, we're gonna go get nuggets and chips at this place where there's a playground and there's all these fun things to do with grandma and granddad, and he's like, no, I'll stay here.
I got Fortnite.
No,
Oh
he's
my God.
he is arc through and through right now. He just
So much worse.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So, and some of the dragon riding game where he gets the shits and throws a remote when he loses matches. So, not a remote, the controller. So, all right, that's me. Shall I go on to? You want to clip it, and I'll go on to the recap.
I already did. I'm so many steps
Okay,
ahead
cool.
of you.
All right. Previously on Rogue Trader, Strings of Fate, Sister Dawn battles with Talon Balewing on the sands of the Shadow Spine Arena, while beneath Pierre and Adrian kick off a rebellion of the slaves. Elsewhere in the Nexus, Androchiron rides inside a void crate within a fleet of Lehman Russ tanks, heading for the ziggurat of Zagar Kul and the Soul Reaver. As Magos Domos brings down the power of the Nexus, Sister Dawn and Talon Balewing escape the arena, flying through its roof and into the skies where they are engaged by a fleet of Drakari Reavers. Within the slave pits of the Shadow Spine Arena, Pierre and Adrian, now fully armed, lead the rebellion against their captors, fighting their way past the defenses and bringing the slave army out into the streets of the Nexus. Androchiron dreams of a game of regicide with an unusual being within his psychic space. When he awakes from the dream, not only has the Lehman Russ convoy reached its destination, but his natural eyes have been miraculously restored. Thought for the day, all mortal life is folly that does not feed the spirit.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yep, remember it all now? Excellent.
Yep.
So I'm going to start off with you, Arthur. You're still coming to terms with what you suddenly experienced when the crate is opened by Cassius Shrane, Wizard of Shrane, who's in the tank as well. And when he looks at Androchiron, he's obviously clearly focused on something outside the tank, and he has that momentary sort of double take where his brain tells him something is different, but not enough to make him actually sort of stop and pay attention. So he just goes on straight on to what he was going to say otherwise, even though there's you get that moment where you look in his eye of has something changed. And,
If they still exist, Androchiron is holding in each hand one of his cybernetic eyes, pointed so that they're staring towards him.
Yeah, they're bloody. They're covered in blood where they've been.
Cassius is talking to him. He's just staring at his bloody eyes.
Yeah. He actually says, "You need to come and see this."
I'm gonna do something else instead. I think.
Okay.
I mean, until this moment, I think probably his entire life has ingrained in him the fact that he should immediately, without question, obey an Inquisitor. But he is planning on perhaps killing himself immediately. I'm just checking to see if I can use my ability to detect if something is corrupted on myself. Because I want to make sure that I haven't been altered by Nurgle or Zeech. Right? You might have confirmed to me that was the Emperor, the God
No.
Emperor.
It is 100% a fair thing to ask.
Yes. And I thought it was Kigoric or whatever his name is, obviously, until the end. Now I'm confused. So, let's see here. I'm not reading my own aura. I don't need to read my own augury. Just trying to find what this is, because I have both of the abilities. I just don't remember what they're called, and so I don't know if I can target myself with them.
Yeah, because Mind Scan lets you. I think can you draw down to like Insanity and Corruption there? But
Yeah. I need to get a certain amount of successes. Unfortunately, I'm also a very powerful psyker. So I doubt I can get a lot of successes on myself. I'm too strong.
I would allow not so much a psychic power, but it's probably a Psynician's test just to sort of try and,
All right.
get
I'll
a
do
sense
that.
of your own aura.
Rather than, I didn't know I'd be going first here, so I wasn't prepared. I knew that my first action would be to check for, hey, what do you know?
Okay,
0.8 successes, so
So you don't sense any corruption. In fact, a lot of what had just happened, you feel has like been within your own mind space because you were in a void crate. You were effectively sealed off from the influence of the warp. So you only had what you brought in before the lid was opened up. But you don't sense any corruption, anything else that would. If anything, you sense like the opposite, like a sort of a soul lightness. Like Strange, when he turned around, and he's like expecting you to follow him out of the crate.
I'm going to stand up and say, Cassius, I have been given a vision by the God Emperor himself. There is something that I must do. What do you need of me in this moment?
He said to him, a bit sort of like you heard what you said, and he's now trying to process that against what's going on.
I'm gonna stare him in the eyes until he figures it out.
Yeah. So there is a giant alien ship tearing its way free of the ziggurat.
I asked it to do that.
Okay, so that's you asked it to do that.
Yeah, that's normal.
Okay, so what do we need to do then?
I think we need to save the captain in the short term. I require the transit of his vessel to complete my mission.
Okay, let's see if we can get him on the comm then.
Sure. Is the war popping off?
Sorry?
I wouldn't say popping off. Is the war? Is the battle underway?
Oh yeah.
Cassius is like, for real.
I could attempt to
Meanwhile-
contact him psychically if you would prefer, or we could just call him on the phone.
Well,
Let's fox him. Let's
okay,
fox him. That's easier.
It's like
It doesn't risk any demonic interference.
Okay. Meanwhile, so Pondo, so Adrian and Pierre have so you've broken out of the slave pen part of the Bloodspine pits, and so there's not a lot more to the immediate arena area than that. Obviously, there's like the arena itself, and there's sort of like all the I mean, think of like if you go to a concert venue, how there's pretty much like the circular bit around the outside of the arena where people can like buy drinks and meet friends, that sort of stuff, and then you go into all the boxes, and there's this whole network of stuff underground to manage that. But you can basically get out of the Bloodspine pit straight away. But the slaves are spilling out into the streets, no problem. They're certainly meeting plenty of resistance from you can see these sort of winged Drakari scourges flying around, sort of shooting their weapons into the crowd, who don't really have much except for the gladiator weapons they picked up, other than you guys that have your full sort of weapons and armor. When your Vox goes off in your helmet of your power armor. You're on mute, Pondo.
Yeah, it's probably like a lot of like gunfire going on and just shouting out. It's like, no, this way, you idiots. No. Yes. What is it?
Captain, it's Selene Morn. we've penetrated the Nexus. It seems that the razor net is down. We're meeting resistance from the splintered Talon ships, but I've managed to land a small party on a tower nearby the pits where we're picking you up from. Can you reach the? Look outside. You should see a spine tower just to your left. Can you get to the top of that?
Okay, is it the one that has the spines pointed northward or the ones pointed southward? There's a lot of spine towers here. I don't know.
What a ponder thing to say.
Yeah, that's right. The one that looks like a twisted razor blade. Can you see that one?
Does that look like a twisted razor blade? He just points at it one tower.
If you get in this car,
No, sir, I think that's a twisted stiletto.
if you get inside this car, you're going to be found 50 years from now, buried in a very shallow grave outside of Vegas.
But we'll head over that direction. I think we can see it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
You don't, by chance, have other scourges fight these scourges, do you?
So I'm trying to land as many forces as I can, but I right now we need to win the battle from the air. So we're still fighting ships. So once we clear that out, we can land more forces.
Very well.
Haven't you got a whole army of tanks on the ground?
I believe so. I didn't order them that way. I'm going to assume someone else did. Like, against my chagrin, but it's fine for now. Listen, I'm very busy. I'll be right there.
All right, you hang up, and your comm immediately rings again.
God damn! What?
This is you, Arthur.
Hello,
Well,
Captain?
you probably hear Strain say like, "Hold for Androchiron," and then suddenly,
I just put Train. I put it on speaker and I'm just like, Train, you're the one who asked me to contact him. Why are you handing me the phone?
well, you're the one telling us what we need to be doing.
Oh,
You're the one with the vision.
That's true. Anyway, Captain, the God Emperor gave me my eyes back and gave me a sacred holy vision. We need to get back on the ship immediately.
I have a lot of questions, but now's not the time.
I do too.
Okay.
Yes. Do you require assistance? How's the escape going, by the way? Is everyone all right? Where's my cat?
Was the cat
That's like-
following you or was it following me?
As if on cue, like, Pierre looks around and suddenly you see like this Drakari warrior going down with this giant cat scratching his face off.
Your cat's fine.
Okay, I
You
immediately
might
go.
need to clean his claws.
I didn't name the cat yet, right? I feel like I
don't
didn't
think so,
give it
no.
a name. Yes,
No.
good, good.
Because when
We'll earn a name.
you give it a name, you get attached.
I mean,
We're
we're
on our way
already
to meet up with
literally
Soleil and
attached.
Morn.
What? Why would you meet with Soleil and Morn? Is this a secure channel, Captain?
I don't know at the moment.
Why?
You're the one that
we
called
have
me.
no reason to meet with Soleil and Morn. We need to leave here. Have you looked up recently? This city is destroying itself. The power source of the facility is leaving to go eat something else. We'll talk about that later.
So many questions.
This
So
place is
where
a
are you
dead
at?
husk very shortly that will need to redo its power supply. Selene will be the queen of a dead kingdom.
I have a large feeling that the power supplies problem is going to solve itself immediately after all the murders are going to happen.
Sure,
Where are
that's
you
not our
at?
problem, though. Rolling brownouts are.
Where are you at, and we'll meet with you.
I'm like, Shrain, where are we? Do we have GPS coordinates here?
Depending on how much crap is in the street, we should be there within half an hour.
I see a razor turret. I don't know if I can say it's pointed north or south because I don't know that this place has a magnetic pole.
The enemy's gate is up. Down, sorry, the enemy's gate is down.
It's kind
Don't
of
you have,
twisted.
like-
It looks like a helix made of razors. Do you see that one? Do you see the one with the slanted one? No?
There's like 5 of those.
All right, I think we can probably see the arena since it's been described as being extremely tall and covered with a shield, so it should be pretty easy to see.
Don't you
I
have
look
like
at
some
one of
sort
the
of
tank's
psychic?
flaps.
Yeah.
Don't you have like a
Oh, you got
psychic
the
ability
couple,
or something that can locate us?
Oh yeah, I mean, I could locate you psychically, but I feel like we don't. I feel like we just pop our head at the top of the tank and go, "Oh, there's the arena right there."
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like when you're like, "Where's Manhattan in New York City?" And oh, that is definitely where Manhattan is.
You know what? Adrian and I will be here. Just get here as soon as possible. There's a lot of Xenos death, and
are you bogged down, or can we meet you halfway?
We'll attempt to meet you halfway. How about that?
Okay, there is. I turn to Cassius and I go, I think there might be a local tank commander on the ground. Cassius just apparently had orders to throw a tank regiment at this problem, so I don't know anything about that.
So he's the reason why my tank company is deployed. Okay.
Your tank regiment, sir. It's 9 times bigger than that.
Technicalities are beyond the point at the moment, please. There's a lot of witches here that I do not want to deal with anymore.
All right, Androchiron immediately does the... You look at his eyes, and they're like glowing red, and it's vibrating. He goes, "Witches, you say, sir? Kill the witches?" But then he realizes you mean W-Y-C-H, not...
W-Y-N-C-H, not W-I.
Of course, sir.
Whiches.
So we are in the arena now. You can see the Soul Reaver has like risen out of its imprisonment in the ziggurat and is now hovering in the sky above the Nexus.
I hold my hand up to it from the top of the tank, and I just
like the kid from Free Willy.
I psychically said it like goodbye. You know. See you later.
So there's a sort of, like in anime before like a giant ship shoots, how you see like all the energy sort of like flying to, moving, like being sucked towards, like this energy coalescing out of the air.
You're scaring me.
Yeah.
This is so much worse than anything that happened last week.
Yeah, because setting this thing free was such a great idea.
What did you want me to do? Let somebody else take command of it? I think it should have a right to self-determination, Spoon.
Yeah. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Thanks, Optimus. So AP Adrian can actually, because you're closer, you can actually feel it's like sucking in not just like electrical energy, but like soul energy from around the place as well. Like you feel this, like you only because your soul is tethered to your body.
People's souls are being sucked from their bodies.
Well, it's not being. It's a draw. Like it's like you can feel your soul being sucked on that, but you don't lose it because it's tethered to your body.
Okay.
But anyone that's dying around, their soul energy is being, as they at that moment they become untethered, they're being sucked into this thing, and suddenly it emits this greenish blue blast of energy which tears through 2 of the Drakari ships in orbit, like leaving them trailing to the ground as just smoking debris.
I assume this is like the opposite of the Mass Effect 3 opening where the Reapers land on Earth. It's just... you play the music backwards.
Yeah, it does. What's the Reaper sound? The
all I could think about was like those memes where they replace the sounds with like meme sounds, like for the souls getting sucked out. It's just like oof.
The sound of the Reaper Horde is literally called "Leaving Earth." That's the name of the song where it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna call this one "Leaving the Nexus." So it just blahs and like cuts 2 ships in half. I'm like, yeah, great, more dead Drakari. The world is a better place now.
All right. So
I shed a real tear as this is happening. I'm just like, wow, it's beautiful.
Dave, you are flying high in the air over this city along with Talon. You've just managed to bring down a squad of Dark Eldar bikers. So from this vantage height, you can see that most of the fighting in the city right now is happening still in and around the arena where the slaves are spilling out. Like the Dark Eldar are starting to get to the point now where they've realized what's going on and they are starting to coordinate a defense to that. You can also see this whole column of tanks pushing its way through the city, meeting minimal resistance, heading towards the pits. You can see that multiple ships, both human ships and other Drakkar Eldar ships have emerged from the entrance to the Nexus, and there's now a ship battle happening in the sky above the Nexus at the moment. Where would you like to be in this action?
So this is kind of an interesting question. So I have the distinct advantage that I'm airborne.
Yeah.
So is there any like troop carriers that I could just sort of like slice my way into and just sort of pick apart reinforcements as they come in or something like that?
Yeah, so the Drukhari don't use a lot of sort of mass troop carriers. They certainly have things like Raiders and Venoms, which are, would carry squads of guys, like it's like the equivalent of an APC, basically.
Yeah.
And they're hover vehicles, so they're sort of they're flying, trying to bring extra people in to try and suppress the slave rebellion.
That would be my targets, I guess. Okay. Right? Like something along those lines, something that I can like help assist by like removing flanks, I guess, if that makes sense.
Okay. So this is going to be my question, actually, probably for Pondo and Adrian. Is I mean, the slaves are like they're completely outgunned. They do outnumber the Drukhari resistance right now, but if you want to get to meet up with the tanks faster, you can abandon the rebellion, or if you want to stay and help them overcome these forces, that's fine. It's just going to take you more time to reach Strain and Androchiron.
Well, that's the other thing too. I guess
Lane was encouraging you to like leave the rebellion and come and meet her on the tower,
or she can definitely betray us.
Well, she wants to bombard the city, and she doesn't want to bombard the city while people or her allies are in it at the moment.
So,
screw her. We don't want to make her job easier.
Question. Sorry, because I really don't remember. No humans here, yeah?
There are humans in this city, either as slaves or humans that don't mind having traffic with Xenos, which are, those people, are pirates, heretics, etc. But there are genuine slaves here. But, you could also argue all these slaves have been in this alien presence long enough that they are now inherently corrupted. You don't have any requirement to help people. It's really up to your own decision.
Then I don't help them, actually. I'm going to go find the Lord Captain and help him GTFO as quickly as possible, I guess. How many people can sit on one of the bikes that we have? Because we have two right now, right?
Two, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So 2 people can sit on a bike. Do we have 2 bikes, or are we both on the same bike?
I think you had 2 bikes.
Okay. So
if we don't stay, we don't get any of the help from the Eldar, from the Archons. Or is there not a lot of the Archons Eldar allies left, is there?
Which Archon? Cools or Morns?
Not Archon.
Exarch?
Oh, Talon Balwin.
Talking about Talon Balwin?
Yes. So he has people in amongst the slaves who were fighting as well. The crew of the ship that he was on when he was captured.
Was it how many were there roughly before?
Oh, probably 30 or so.
Okay.
Don't forget we have
the Croots, we have
the Imperial Fist guy as
Brother
well.
Sergeant, yeah.
Yeah.
So can we get a condensed group of those people and leave with them?
So short answer is yes. Long answer is the more people you try to smuggle out, the more obvious your decision to Batman out is going to be noticed.
Yeah.
Screw it, let's stay.
Okay.
Because there was like all the crew, for example, that were helping too.
Yeah.
You mean the crew who wouldn't agree to work for us?
No, that wasn't the crew. It was
the crew are.
Oh, who were they? The Dark Reapers or something? It was the Edgelord of the Eldar.
The Corsairs.
Yeah,
Relhadar and Tariel. He was like, "Oh, so wait to see if you do well before I agree to join your cause."
All right, well, that sucks for you, pal.
The crew are also bodyguarding our Magos.
Yeah, so we had to stay kind of at this point, yeah.
We'll bring the fight to you.
Then
Yeah,
I
that's-
would just continue with the original plan then, just breaking up as many flanks as I can. So
Okay, no worries.
I would say Adrian would be looking for people who seem to be a command to jump right next to and smush.
Yeah,
As
we're still doing
command,
Avengers.
Lord
You're just like,
Commodore.
Hulk, smash.
Yeah.
Adrian, punch.
One
guess
punch, you just clap them with 2 power fists, man. You Donkey Kong them.
And I guess I focus on a lot of the larger, harder to kill people like the Grotesques and stuff.
Okay, no worries. All right, let's do a bit of that. Let's have a melee. You all right send this one out after though? Where you are?
Yes, I am okay with not being in melee
Immortal danger.
Immortal peril.
Okay.
James, do you
Nice.
think I want to be in mortal peril? I designed characters who try to stay out of melee and mortal peril as much as possible.
Okay.
This is where we're the opposite, Arthur. Because
Listen, if I wanted to
I've
be in
designed
mortal
my-
peril
yeah.
all the time, I would have designed an explorator with multiple extra arms and 2 Omniscient axes.
Yep. And it would have been amazing.
Instead, I
Okay.
chose the way of the gun.
So let's just put in some potential enemies. Okay, so I would like everyone except Androchiron, please, to roll me an initiative. So it's D10 plus your agility bonus if you have forgotten. So agility.
I don't know. God, I knew I should have just spent that fate point to get.
Spent the I almost called this Edge. I was playing BattleTech last night. For the spent the fate point.
15.
Edge, fate, chronicle,
Yeah, story point.
force point,
Yeah, but
plot point. What was Genesis? Was Genesis story point?
Genesis is story point. Yeah,
And it was like a light point for Star Wars? Was that?
for you were correct with force point
Okay.
or light side point, dark side point. Like, I'm still not quite sure how story points work in Genesis, or whether it's exactly like.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
You can just summon items that you require.
I did
Well,
that.
they're-
That was great.
they're
I
used-
summoned a stick of dynamite that
They're
Or
also
bomb or something.
used for the heroic abilities in Realms of Terranoth.
oh look at that. Right at the bottom where I belong.
I haven't done Talon yet. He still needs to be.
I'm sure he's not gonna roll under a 7. All right.
Yeah, he's a 19.
He probably has 7 as his bonus.
Plus 12 is his bonus.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. So there are a group of 6 scourges who are basically like raining down fire from above, and then in the crowd that you're facing, there is a Koronus and 2 Grotesques.
Remind me what
So-
Koronus is again.
Koronus Pain Engine is like a sort of giant floating amalgamation of machinery and body pieces.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That'd be something you'd smush as
Yes.
much as possible.
yeah, they're big. They're big things. Okay, so Taylor's going to go first. He's going to go after one of the scourges. He's going to fly into them with his dire sword. So it's a charge. He will hit the scourge, though. Will attempt to dodge that. Always fun playing with myself.
If the players do it right, that's what the GM always does.
All right, and then damage. That's got the die quality.
How much do you hit yourself for?
Okay, so that
Not a
ignores
lot.
armor and toughness.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
All right, then it's got like a toughness test. I'll take it.
Ignores armor and
Yeah,
toughness.
I remember this dire sword being pretty fucking amazing.
He takes an additional 5 damage, ignoring armor and toughness. So that's enough to kill him outright. So it's one,
Oh, okay.
one,
All right.
one scourge down.
Say 7 damage sounds
Yeah.
much more impressive when you ignore armor and toughness. at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah. Okay. Next up will be. When should walk tracking on? I've got too many tabs open.
Should be
I've got
Dawn, I
Arthur's
think.
problem. Thorne, yes.
So what's right in front of me?
So because you're coming up from the sky, the scourges are the closest thing. So the scourges are basically like Drakari with wings that have been grafted onto their backs, and they're firing heavy weapons into the crowd.
They're actually
sounds-
the higher the echelon of Drakari. To have that
Yes.
money for that to happen.
Yeah, so let's take care of that then.
Yeah, there's still 4 of them. You
If
can
I'm
charge one from the sky.
how to do that. So that's
Pretty
what?
sure for all your bonuses gives you a plus 40.
And I have the old weapons and stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Sword of admonition.
Wow. Okay. I'm never going to try and use that. Yeah. That's okay. Maybe we mark a scourge off. You cut it in half. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. You land on the side of the building where it was. See its 2 halves drop to the ground. So unfortunately, because they're all spaced out, you can't get multiple attacks. You have to move around to each one. Adrian.
I will charge the Kronos
Okay.
and attempt to Power Fist.
All right.
It's plus 20 from charge, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
All right. You can actually try and dodge that. And it will attempt to dodge that. And it
will
does dodge that.
Damn.
Does it? Oh my god, this thing's giant, but it's Oh, hold on a second.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get
I
plus 10
forgot. Yep, I forgot the
for
whole
its size.
Or
Yeah.
for the size. Yep.
It's actually plus 20 because it's massive. Sorry.
Okay, so that would be an additional 2 degrees
Okay,
of
so you,
success.
so you do have to hit it then. No worries. Give me your damage.
21.
21. Okay, with pen 9, so we'll still get 6 armor off that. So, all right, it will take after its armor toughness, it takes 5 wounds.
Wow. Seems pretty tough.
Yes. Okay. It didn't like being fisted. It will attempt to use its spirit probes on you.
I'm just going to let that one lie.
And it misses horribly. Has it got multiple attacks? It does have 2 attacks. Oh, so you want to try and avoid that?
Yes, I will attempt to dodge. And then
Okay.
oh no, it's parry.
I'm sorry?
I was checking what counterattack did, but it's on a successful parry, not just a missed attack.
Okay. The Grotesques now. The 2 of those. So one will go after Adrian, one will go after Pierre. So they're coming at you with giant cleavers, basically. They only have 1 attack though. So first one, they're berserk charging. So at Adrian is a hit, and you've already dodged.
Yep. So I'm just going to take it.
Yeah. That's with no pen though, so you get your full armor and toughness.
Okay.
And it hits you in the 44, which is the body.
So that's 12. So I take
Roll your refractor field.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I've been muted. I've been trying to tell you while I was muted, and then finally figured it out.
Refractor
No,
field
no.
does not go off, and I will take 16.
All right, and then the one at Pondo misses.
I was going to try to parry because these aren't power weapons, are they?
No, they are just big meat cleavers.
Okay. Even though he missed, could I still put? No, that'd be cheating.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right, over to the Scourges now. So there's basically a Scourge at each of you. I was thinking 3 Scourges. So I'll roll a D4 who doesn't get shot. 1 is Pondo, 2 is Spoon, 3 is Thorne, 4 is Talon.
Let's see that one.
3, so it's not, so Dawn doesn't get shot at this round.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was who was getting
No,
shot.
No, because there's 3 of them and 4 targets.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah. Firing on long burst. So first one is at Pierre. Is a hit.
Okay. I'll attempt to dodge that.
Yeah.
'Cause I can. Nope. Okay. Is that rapid fire? Because that's 2 successes. If so.
Yeah, so it will reduce the amount of hits then.
Okay.
So it drops down to 1 extra success. But it has got the storm quality. So it's actually
So
2
it doubles the
extra success.
shots, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll take a total of 3 hits then.
Okay.
Which will go 14. So we'll go right arm, body, right arm.
Did you roll the damage?
I'm going to do that now. So this is right arm, body, right arm, with a pen of. Something's changed in these sheets, and the pen now is overlapped by the range below that. So let's see what a shard carbine has. Can't see what it says.
Okay. Well, the first one. See if it
Did you change the size of them?
is refract field work for the entire
Okay.
attack or just one of the shots?
No, each shot is a separate roll. So each one's pen 3.
Well, let's just do 3D 100 and take it in order. Okay, well, it blocks the first one. You said pen 3?
Yes.
So that dropped my armor to 6 with toughness of 4, so it'd make it 10. So the first one's blocked, the other 2 don't even hurt me.
Okay, cool. Then they're enough to do damage. Okay.
And then my refractive field's not working anymore.
Arky roll 3. Yeah, okay. No worries. All right, so shot at Spoon. 4 degrees.
Oof.
You've already dodged.
Yep.
So this is going to be 1 plus, so it's going to be 9 hits. So you're the same armor all over, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right,
Okay.
and then here's my refractor field rolls. So first one blocked, second one hits, third one blocked. It's 30s, right? 30 is our threshold.
30 is the threshold. Under 10 is where it malfunctions.
Yeah. Okay, so
So the 8 will block it, but it won't work anymore until we do tech use.
yeah.
Okay,
Right,
so what's your armor and toughness minus 3?
My armor and toughness minus 3 is a 9.
Okay, so first one's blocked. Second one doesn't do enough damage. Third one is blocked. Fourth one will do 1 damage.
Okay.
Fifth one will do 4 damage.
Okay.
Sixth one will do 5 damage.
And that puts me negative.
Okay, I'll have to come back to that.
Yep.
See where the hit location was. Next one is where it fails but does no damage. And then 4 damage and then no damage.
Okay.
So the first one took it at negative how much?
And that would be negative 4.
Okay, and this went
Do you have true grit?
Yes.
body, arm, body, head, body, arm, body, head. So that both the hits that both negatives are on the body in this case. All right. So the first negative was took you to minus what?
Minus 4.
Okay.
So it'd be
And then the
minus
second
2
negative took you to
true
what? Oh, but you've got true grit though.
Yeah.
So that's only 2 in the body rending. Fuck. Right out. So if I have too many PDFs open, Acrobat starts to throw a
when it gets
injury. I'm missing here. Sorry, entertain the crowd, guys. This is taking me a second.
So anyway, there's this guy. He's called the Emperor of Mankind, but actually his name is Revelation. Okay, so he lives forever, and whenever he dies, he comes back. He being?
The attack damages the target's armor, reducing its armor points by 1. In addition, the target takes 1 level of fatigue. So your chest armor is reduced by 1.
Okay.
Which actually means you take 1 more point of damage because when the next chest shot actually did go through. So the second took you to minus what? The second injury?
So with the additional 1, it would have been -7 now. But then halved to whatever.
4. Okay. A torrent of blood spills from deep cuts, making the ground slick with gore. All characters attempting to move through this blood, pool of blood must succeed an agility test or fall prone. The target takes D5 levels of fatigue. So you've taken a total of 5 levels of fatigue.
Let's see. I believe that puts me over my toughness bonus.
It would do. That's your toughness bonus is 5.
No, my toughness bonus is a 4.
Okay, Adrian's down, and then finally the scourge shooting at Tail and Bellwing.
Oh, if your toughness bonus is a 4, then those 10s wouldn't have done any damage. Because our armor is 9.
My armor, I have 8 for my armor. Unless it's is it best quality?
It should be best quality because we got the Lathe class Cath.
Was that power armor though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well then you can take off from that then.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage.
Okay.
That might have saved you.
No, I'm still in the negatives, but
Well, I mean,
you wouldn't
not
have
passed out
taken
on
that.
the ground.
Yeah.
You would have only taken 1 fatigue. That's it.
right. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm not passed out.
All right, and I missed Tail on Bellwing. Pierre.
Yes. Well, there's a grotesque in front of me, correct?
Yep.
I'm just gonna swipe at it 3 times and hope to kill it.
Okay.
Is it large size?
It is hulking. Yeah.
Okay. So first one. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it the actual way. War Scythe. First one. We'll hit pin 9 with a chance of Emperor's Wrath.
Yep. Roll, see if you hit again.
I do.
You do. An extra D10 damage.
That's not how you roll it. Exclamation mark. 4. So it'd be a total of 31, pin 9. And it's felling
cool.
1, so it ignores 1 unnatural toughness. 1 level.
Oh, it does too. Okay, so he's going to reduce that by 5 total then. So total damage was 33 was total damage?
33 total, pin 9.
Okay, so he'll take 28 damage from that.
Okay, is he still alive?
He is still alive, but
That's
not by much.
unfortunate.
Next attack.
Okay. I'll leave that be. I don't have Blade Master, do I, by chance? Is this something I need to invest in probably in the future? No, I do have Blade Master, so I'll just
Free reroll.
reroll that.
That
Yep.
is a hit. Nice.
Pin 9, 18 damage.
Okay, so he will reduce that by 5 and take 13 damage. Okay, that's enough to drop it.
Okay, thank God.
Yep.
All right, then
All Stab the corpse again.
let's make sure it's dead. Triple tap.
Okay,
Don't know how things are made.
All right. Seeing that Spoon is in trouble, Talon is going to also charge at the other Grotesque. So he will.
That's unfortunate. You should have killed a scourge.
That's true. The Scourge is doing damage, isn't it? Okay, he'll go after a Scourge.
Yeah,
Okay.
the scourges are the problem for us at the moment. We're not on this guy.
All right, he hit. So that's the Scourge can dodge, but you can't. So he will do his dire sword damage. He gets a chance of Emperor's Wrath.
How's that a 10 but only does 5 damage?
I don't know. You're right there because it's.
Oh, it's the second one. That's why. Because it rolls twice, but you have to click the tearing thing to.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's not tearing. That'd be why. Okay.
That's
All right,
that's a strange way to do that, Mac.
Okay, so it's 5 damage, and then the Scourge makes a toughness test and passes. Okay, so that one Scourge is still alive, but
he's in combat at least.
exactly right. Okay. Next up will be Dawn.
So what's left?
So it's 3 Scourges, one of which Talon's currently fighting, the giant Koronus beast, and 1 Grotesque, which is currently on Adrian.
How far away is the giant thing?
You can charge any of these as a single move.
All right, let's hit the big boy.
Okay. So you're going to be actually a plus 60 to hit this guy because of his size.
All right. Fuck you,
That's a big hit. All right, and you have pin 4. So he has. Well, so it's a chance of Emperor's Wrath. Yep. So roll to hit again.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You do hit. So roll D10. That's the amount of damage you do. Okay, so you're a total of 31 damage, of which he will ignore. Koronus has. So take off 11. So take off 6 for armor, and then 15 toughness. So he will take 10 for damage.
Is this sanctified?
It's not demonic toughness. He's just got natural toughness from being a giant half machine. So he still gets his full demonic toughness, his full unnatural toughness.
Right.
Okay, but you're now melee combat. You'll be able to do your multiple attacks next round. Adrian.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to punch the Koronus 3 times.
Okay. You got plus 20 for its size alone.
Plus 20 for its size.
And you are double teaming now with Dawn too, so that's plus 10 for that.
So that'll be 7 degrees of success.
Yeah, that's a hit. So you'll take 16 off that, so it brings 10 damage. And then that one's going to have a chance of Emperor's Wrath.
It's not. It's the second set.
Oh, okay, no worries. And then the last one. Okay, is all right. Yeah, it's looking really badly hurt now, but it's still up.
All right.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Three good power fist punches.
All right. Okay, well, it's got its 2 attacks, so it'll. It's going to put both into one person because otherwise you're both just going to dodge out of the way. So I will put. I was going to try and kill Adrian. Sorry. First attack is a miss. Second attack is a miss. Sorry, it's not got a great weapon skill. So its fellowship's even worse.
It probably does a crap ton of damage, right? That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, the main thing is every time it hits you, it drains your attributes.
Oh yeah, that'd be painful.
Yeah.
Okay, the Grotesque now that was on Adrian will now turn its attention to Dawn since the Koronus apparently has Adrian under control.
So then sees after he attacks, like, oh, he didn't actually have it under control.
Yeah, big meat cleaver coming at you, Dawn. And I hit. Would you like to dodge or parry?
believe if you parry, you'll have a chance to destroy the weapon, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's parry. It's this weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a straight weapon.
Plus 10 because it's best quality.
Does its size also help?
No,
Not that
'cause
it
it's
matters.
parrying. Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah, you bring up the blade of ammunition and slice its cleaver in half.
Oh, yeah.
Does it
All right.
destroy the weapon or do you damage back?
No, it destroys the weapon because it's not a natural weapon.
Oh.
Also, do you have the talent counterattack, Don?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound like something I have yet.
Right,
Let me check.
Scourges. Why are you checking that? The one with the.
Oh, I do. I do
Oh,
actually.
you do?
Sorry.
Okay, well then you get a free attack.
Yeah, you get a free attack after a parry.
Don't you have to use your reaction for that though?
That's-
Oh, no, or is
because
it part of the
it's
parry
It's
action?
part of the parry reaction.
It's part of the parry reaction.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay, so what's the modifier on this?
It's like a standard attack, so you'll still get your
40?
your frenzy and its size, which is plus 10, so plus 40, I believe, total. Okay, you hit it.
I think I get to reroll that one, don't I?
Yes. Oh, is it reroll or it has it's got the proven quality? Is that right?
Oh no, that's attack. Sorry, not. Wait. I think I might be getting my games mixed up.
Okay.
You have a
There's
chance for Emperor's Wrath.
Chance for Emperor's Wrath, though, so another hit roll with the same modifier. Okay, that does hit. So D10. So and then another D10. Then another D10.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Okay.
There it is. All right.
So
The murder
44
stops.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second to work this out then. 44 damage. Your pen will ignore all his armor, so he's just with his toughness, so he takes 33 damage. He is almost completely dead from that one parry.
Amazing.
You almost killed him on his own turn.
I mean, I'm going to say you at least cut that arm off.
Yeah.
You know, in the process, you struck down below the blade and cut the whole arm off. All right, so the Scourge that was in contact with Talon will attempt to stab him with the it's got the Shark Carbone's got like a bayonet attachment, so which he hits with. Talon will attempt to dodge that. Which he does.
I hope you'll be able to dodge that.
Sorry?
I hope
Yeah.
you'll be able to dodge that.
Okay, then there are still two to shoot. So they're going to shoot at the three of you. So I will not shoot at, on a 1, it won't shoot at Pierre. On a 2, it won't shoot at Adrian. On a 3, it won't shoot at Thorne.
Don't shoot it.
Won't shoot at Pierre.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Sorry, I tried.
Adrian. 3 degrees. Yeah, I think you haven't reacted yet, have you?
No, because the guy missed all
Kronos
his
missed
attacks.
twice. Yeah.
So I will dodge this.
you will not
yeah.
dodge this
I will not dodge that.
unless you want to
Okay.
re-roll that.
Yeah, I think I will re-roll that.
Well, it's a successful roll. All you can do is add a
Oh,
roll
yeah.
to it.
Okay. Then
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Well, if you up it by 1, you take 2 less shots.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I will spend a fate point to increase my degree of success by 1.
Okay, no worries. So it's going to be 5 hits then. Okay, and you're ignoring basically, because your field is
Yeah.
out.
He doesn't ignore the 2 or the 11. Oh no! It depends if they hit the body because his body got dropped by 1. Correct.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So the roll, so it went. So this will be leg for the first one, body
Okay.
for the second one,
So that's fine.
arm, body, head.
And what's the penetration?
Penetration is 3. So
3.
you're gonna take 3 points of damage total.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So the 2 points will go to your body first off, taking it to minus what?
So 2 points to my body takes me
I thought
to
it was the arm.
Leg. Oh, sorry. So first one, leg. Leg, body, arm, body, head. Yeah. So the first 2 points go to the leg. Sorry. So what's it taking negative what?
That takes me to -5.
Okay, which becomes 3. So the attack rips a length of flesh from the leg, causing blood to gush from the wound. The target takes 1 level of fatigue and is now bleeding. And then you'll go to then 6, which will be a 3 in the head. The attack tears the target's helmet from the head.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many worse things that could happen when you get hit in the head.
Yeah, I guess
with giant blades.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the attack at dawn.
He's gonna get that arm.
Okay.
It may not be the right character, but he's gonna get it.
Hey, that could have been the eye there. So.
The other eye.
Androchiron gets his eyes. Adrian loses
Just
the other one.
say to one of my old ones.
Like,
I don't need this anymore.
Okay, so Dawn is already parried. So these will be so there'll be 7 hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you've got a field still, Dawn. So roll 7d100 to see how the field does.
Just a huge flashbang and going off in the middle.
Okay, so no. What's it? It's 50.
it blocks
It's
the
50.
50. It blocks
Okay,
the 14 though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and what is your armor plus toughness, Dawn?
Body is 17. Everywhere else is 16.
Okay, cool. So there'll be 14 and 13. So literally only the only one that could have damaged you is the one that the field blocks.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
So then they need to do something about sight, right?
Yeah, because it did block it. Yeah. So everyone needs to make a toughness test except Dawn.
Well, that's fine. We have the Adrian and Pierre has the visor, especially for the situation.
Adrian's not wearing a helmet anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he lost his helmet. That's right.
My helmet came off. So I do now. Does my cyber eye? I'm good.
Okay, nice. So I was just going to say it's for the Grotesque and the Koronus because the other guys are out of range. So
What a sequence of events.
Is fine, and the Koronus is fine. All right, Pierre.
Amongst the Koronus and the Grotesque.
Yeah.
Which one looks like it's more? Is it Grotesque? I imagine.
What looks closer to death?
Yeah.
Well, the Koronus has taken a higher percentage of its health in total loss, but still has more hit points left.
And the Grotesque. Oh boy.
They're both like one hit from death, though. Basically,
right.
One good hit from death.
But he's also unarmed.
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
Whereas the Koronus still has its spirit probes.
I guess I'll go after. I'll try to hit the Koronus then.
Okay. You get plus 20 because of the size.
And ganging up, or do I not get that because I'm trying?
Yeah, well, you double plus 10 for double teaming it.
Giggity.
Wow, Honda. Wow.
Wow. Okay. That's
all right. Just going to try and dodge that because it hasn't used its reaction this turn. No, you hit it.
Okay. Pin 9, and then
pin
the
9,
one level.
So it will take 2 points of damage. It knows one level of toughness, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's actually going to take 16, so it will take 6 damage.
Oh, yes, of course.
So it is actually still alive.
Damn it. Okay.
Have you got more attacks?
I like right next to it already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I got more attacks.
Okay.
I just thought I had to charge into it. That's no. All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, that's better. Okay. All right. So it will take 12. So it takes 12 damage. That is enough to. Actually, I'm going to give this thing negative hit points. So.
Damn it!
You hit it in the 40 in the body. So -4.
Oh, is it so it can explode? Is that what's happening here?
The energy ripples over the creature, scorching its body and inflicting D10 levels of fatigue, which it ignores because it's got From Beyond.
Okay, that's useful.
Okay, and you got more attacks. So that's it.
I got one more attack. If it's still alive.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
is it dead yet?
We'll see.
Where'd you hit it? You hit it in the 66, which is the body as well. Okay. The target is completely encased in fire, melting his skin and popping his eyes like superheated eggs. He falls to the ground a blackened corpse. If he's carrying ammunition, there is a 50% chance it explodes. Which he is carrying ammunition.
Oh, shit.
I
I hope this guy's Neroing. Just fucking nuclear meltdown the whole area.
Okay. So on a less than 50 or 50 or less, it'll explode.
Here it comes.
No.
Okay. All right. I knew it. It was
going to be the orc. The orc captain all over again.
Just wanting it to blow up.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I got.
Okay, that's all right. You killed a Koronus. All right, next up is going to be Talon, who will try to finish off the Scourge he's in combat with his 3 attacks now. So first one is a hit. Roll his damage, which is already enough to kill it. So he kills that Scourge. And he just starts moving towards the next one. Okay, Dawn. There's still a Grotesques down here with you guys.
I'm the slabber bitch.
All right.
Do I have to charge for this one?
No, it's right there. It's right next to you. You can take it multiple times, and you get +10 for its size. So.
This is the one that you almost killed with your parry.
Yeah, the one you've already disarmed. Yeah, that's enough to kill it outright. It was on 2 health left.
Okay, hold on.
All right. So
There's always a question: do you have a sneeze attack?
you need to keep rolling. It's already dead.
I keep rolling.
Adrian, there's still the 2 Scourges up in the sky.
Yeah, I will trigger my jump pack and leap to charge one of the
flying punch, dragon punch. All right, give me a charge attack.
So it's
8 degrees. I'm not going to try and dodge that.
Yeah.
And I think that even he's got 3 toughness and 10 wounds. Yeah, you splat a Scourge.
Fantastic.
All right. Grotesques is dead. The one remaining Scourge, who's being currently is about to be charged by Talon Balen, will fire his shard carbine at him and miss. Pierre.
Okay. How high up are they?
Not within melee range. They're up on crenellations and buildings above.
Yeah.
So sort of 40 meters sort of thing.
Okay, 40 meters. So what pistols do I've got that can do that?
The plasma might be able to.
The plasma can't. No, it's 30 meters. Actually.
30 meters.
You know what? I'll say he's 30 meters. He's at the edge of the range of your plasma pistol.
Okay, I can hit him with the plasma pistol. Okay, and then I could theoretically hit him with the hell pistol. Okay.
Yeah.
These will be semi-auto shots. First 2 would be the plasma pistol. And then the other 2 will be.
Okay, so he's going to try and dodge that first one, which he fails. And
well, it's 2 shots, so it'd be first one to be 13 damage, pin 6.
The first shot kills him.
Oh, okay, well, there's a lot of
He's
volley of fire
he's
going
got
on.
10 wounds and 3 toughness and 6 armor. So the 6 ignores his armor, 3 ignores 3 ignores his toughness, and then 10 wounds go through enough to kill him.
All right, yes.
That's
It's
it.
like the
Okay.
first time Pierre's killed somebody or actually did anything with the plasma system while he's pretty surprised. Oh, usually you need a melter for that.
Okay, yeah, you clear out this squad of bad guys, and you're now ready to link up with Androchiron. Now I think it's a good time for a break.
We'll be back in like 8 to 10 minutes, guys. Stick around for that second half.